Welcome to another episode of Waltzing Through the Magic. We're going to talk about Disneyland After Dark. And Walt had actually had broadcast the opening of Disneyland in July 17th, 1955. He hadn't had Disneyland on television until April 15th, 1962, almost 10 years later. And this was so popular that once it was broadcast on television, that it was so popular that they actually put it in theaters overseas because everybody wanted to see what was happening. And to see these episodes, there's these Walt Disney Treasures. I have the Disneyland USA, and that's where you find that, among other things, the opening of Disneyland and so forth. He had celebrities, Annette Funicello, Bobby Rydell, Louis Armstrong, different people performing. But the running gag was that Walt stopped to get popcorn and he got mobbed by autograph hounds. Obviously this is staged, but he kept getting autographs, and then he would announce who the next performer would be. And then he would have more autograph hounds and keep signing things. One of the funny things is the first girl who came to get an autograph, he had his popcorn box and he traded her his popcorn box for her hat. So he signed the hat and she left with his popcorn box, and he didn't even realize that. But then she kept coming back with more and more hats, and then eventually gave him his popcorn box back, and it had one piece of popcorn left. And even some of the other people who wanted their popcorn boxes signed, he would grab a handful of popcorn as he's signing the popcorn boxes. So now, ever since that Walt Disney Presents Disneyland After Dark, he was actually quoted in this episode as saying that that was one of his favorite times of the day, was when the sun goes down and the lights come on, and it's a special kind of magic that Disneyland provides all on its own. And I think I would have to agree with him. Disneyland, when the lights come on, is just gorgeous. So they are doing more Disneyland After Dark events. Now, there's always been the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party that evolved into the Oogie Boogie Bash. And those have been kind of the constant for quite a while. But now they are adding more Disneyland After Dark events. They had in November and December the Merriest Nights event. Still think there needs to be a meeting. They need to get some things worked out. But we did go on the very first night, so that's usually when all the glitches happen. Walt knew that because the cement was wet on day one for Disneyland. So, okay, we're going to cut them some slack there. We're looking forward to the Merriest Nights coming up this year to see if they've improved on that. But they are doing, for the spring, they have the Sweetheart Night in February. And those tickets, unfortunately, are sold out. And they have, in March, Villains Night. Not exactly sure 100% what that's going to be like. Not sure if it's going to be like a Halloween copy-paste type of thing or just the villains. We're going to go to that. We'll see how that goes. And then apparently they need to take April off. And then the next one will be in May, and it will be Star Wars Night. So that will be on the 3rd and the 4th. May the 4th be with you. And on the 27th, which is Memorial Day weekend, which I would not recommend. So we are very excited about those events coming up. We will be going to seeing what it's all about and sharing it with you. All right, I have some bonus features here for at the end of the video. This goes along with the map that we talked about. Here are the Skyway gondolas up here, and Captain Hook's pirate ship that it was actually a tuna of the sea restaurant. You could go on the pirate ship and get tuna pie. I don't know what other things they had there. It just if you know me and my tastes, I just don't like fish. I just can't imagine. So I'm kind of glad I didn't have to go on that one. Another funny thing about the Disneyland After Dark, anybody who's been at Disneyland and seen fireworks, you know that everyone kind of gathers like hours beforehand, gets their spots. This was like, wherever you are in Disneyland, get ready for the fireworks. People were like, what? Fireworks? Where? And so people weren't sitting out and around. They would just kind of like, and gather, which doesn't happen today. And here is where it started it all. She's the one who asked him for his autograph, and took his popcorn, and she kept bringing him hats, and she gave him a hat as a gift. And I just remember those hats when I was little, that it was this 2-foot tall feather, I swear, and then this hat. And you would bump into everything and anything and everything with that feather, and it was just kind of wobbling around. But that was actually kind of a fun memory. And as always, thank you for the magic, Walt. If you enjoy our videos, please like, share, and subscribe, and even comment. Let us know how we're doing.